I have finally watched the much discussed film Nosferatu by Robert Eggers, and I want to dive deeper into its meaning and talk about whether this movie is really that good. Let's start from the very beginning. The 1922 movie Nosferatu, the Symphony of Horror. This film made a significant impact on the world of cinematography, but few people remember that it was an unauthorized adaptation of Bram Stoker's Dracula. Due to copyright issues, it was ordered to be destroyed. However, some copies had already spread worldwide and were well preserved, leading to its later restoration. I highly recommend you to watch this. However, it's difficult to deny that nowadays it looks pretty funny and not able to scare at all. Now let's talk about Robert Eggers. He's the director known for turning history and folklore into the thrilling and atmospheric masterpieces. With The Witch, he reintroduced the Puritan terror. The Lighthouse, full of cultural references, pulls us into the cave of human subconscious. The Northman returns to the brutal times of early Middle Ages. Eggers' signature is the enormous attention to details, psychological depth, and immersive visuals. So when I heard him making Nosferatu, I was waiting nothing less than transformative experience. His version of Nosferatu closely follows the original plot, however adds some additional layers of meanings, which makes it really worthy of closer attention. One of the Eggers' most significant additions is the Ellen Hooter character. She becomes the central figure with much more depth and complexity than the Murnau's version. Ellen raises the profound question:
does evil come from within us or from beyond?
Her character highlights the problem of societal judgment and repression of inner desires, turning blind to the possible consequences. Ellen becomes consumed by darkness, attracting it with her unfulfilled loneliness and repressed sexuality. Sigmund Freud noted that this issue may cause a lot of psychological struggles. But Ellen is not the only important character. Eggers introduced another person, Professor Alban Eberhard von Franz. He claims that science and skepticism have blinded humanity and says that to fight the evil, we have to first face its existence. He answers Ellen's question and convinces her that she is not the source of the evil and must listen to her true nature. She needs to accept the darkness inside her to save everyone. This idea aligns directly with Carl Jung's philosophy of integrating the shadow. Beware of spoilers. If you are not familiar with the plot, you may want to skip the next part. So, the tainted Ellen, judged by society, performs a heroic act, sacrificing herself like Jesus Christ to save others by embracing her terrifying yet uncontrollable desire and connection to Orlok. It's also symbolic that the events take place on Christmas Eve, as Anna says, and it's likely on this very day the saving sun rises. By the way, Professor Alban von Franz is a very intriguing character on his own. Beyond the literary references of Dr. Balwer and Professor Van Helsing, his lore and even his name refers to Alban Grau, the art director and producer of Nosferatu 1922. Grau was a notable occultist, personally acquainted with Aleister Crowley, has lived through the horrors of World War I and later immigrated from Germany to Switzerland due to his beliefs during the Nazi governance. This aligns well with what Dr. Sievers says about his teacher, Professor von Franz. Grau had a great impact on Symphony of Horror and actually was the initiator of this project. He claimed that he got the idea of shooting the vampire film while serving in the German army during the World War I in Eastern Europe, when the Serbian farmer told him a story that his father was actually a vampire and all his village was destroyed because of that. However, of course, this might be just a marketing trick. As you see, Robert Eggers has brought some depth into the original movie and of course has created stunning visuals as he always did. However, it is still more a remake rather than his individual project. The cast delivers very strong performance, the sound design is great, and I also really admire the new representation of Count Orlok and his voice. Crazy style. However, I cannot say that I really enjoyed watching it in the cinema. All those annoying horror features like screamers, these crazy epileptic shakes, in my opinion, lowered the overall quality. At the very least, I expected something different, specifically from Robert Eggers, but it's okay for the average horror movie. Anyway, it's the great chance to get familiar with the plot and the legacy of Nosferatu. That's why I can absolutely suggest it for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, subscribe, like and share your thoughts on this movie in the comments. My name is Vlad, thanks for watching and see you next time.